Reuters reported based on a statement by Indonesia's state-owned enterprises, Minister Erick Thohir, that Indonesia introduced Danantara as a sovereign wealth fund expected to manage more than $900 billion in assets. During the World Economic Forum in Davos, President Prabowo also stated, Danantara is a sovereign wealth fund with $1 trillion in assets under management. That number is roughly equivalent to about $1 trillion. But this raises an important question. What exactly does assets under management mean? If a company owns $1 billion in assets, does a shareholder automatically own $1 billion? No. If you only own 50% of the shares, then the economic value you own is only $500 million. In other words, total company assets are not the same as investor ownership value. Indonesia's 4 largest state-owned banks, BRI, Mandiri, BNI, and BTN together, hold roughly $580 billion in total assets. But most of those assets actually come from public deposits, such as savings and time deposits. What shareholders truly own is the bank's equity. Combined equity of the Himbara banks is roughly $74 billion to $86 billion. The government's share of that equity is around $46 billion to $49 billion. If measured by stock market value, the government's ownership is roughly $61 billion to $67 billion. Now consider a non-bank company. Telkom Indonesia has total assets of roughly $17 billion to $18 billion. But the government owns only about 52% of the shares. That means the economic value owned by the state is around $9.5 billion to $9.8 billion. When we compare these numbers, something interesting appears. The government's ownership in major state-owned companies is indeed very large, but it is still far smaller than the $1 trillion figure. In global finance, sovereign wealth funds do not calculate their size by adding up the total assets of companies they invest in. Instead, they measure the market value of their investment portfolio. Stocks, bonds, real estate, alternative investments. This is what is called assets under management, or AUM. Large numbers attract attention. But in global finance, what matters most is clear definitions and consistent methodology. Investors care not just about the number itself. They care about how that number is calculated. Clarity builds trust. And in global finance, trust is everything. So the real question becomes, if we apply the methodology used in global finance, what is the real value of Danantara's assets under management? Is it really close to $1 trillion? Or is it significantly smaller? In the next video, we will try to calculate it more carefully, starting from state ownership in the Himbara banks, Telkom, and other strategic state-owned enterprises.